Alright, we are recording. Hopefully my settings are the same. We will follow Mr. Bird, Mr. Wookie. And I think I've done this map before. I forget what it's called. Little ponds and all that. Forest on the outside. Yeah, I just did this one. Alright, we got gray. Well, red over here. What are the teams? So we got Wookie, Paul, and Brad. Gray and red. Wookiees. Wookiees. Where are you, Wookie? Where are you going? There's Eddie. Can't see yellow. Colorblind. Where'd you set up, yeah? Wook. There he is. There. Wow. You're gonna be like the last up. Yeah, we'll speed that up. Looks like they got. Well, I know everyone's gonna have a different start, but lots of food options. Everyone should be good. I think the last time I did this is Jagara's. And yeah, Eddie was against us. So I tried to collect a lot of, and people gave me a lot of their goats. But I feel like that food bonus is very slow, and it doesn't feel like it really helped that much. Probably just best to eat them. I don't know. Think about that one. You got that up pretty good quick, Wookie. Let's see. You're the lowest in score. That doesn't really mean much right now. The dock. Paul went for the dock. I guess that's the way to do it. I want to watch Paul. Paul is always doing very good. So Wookie at 12 villagers. Let's just compare you to Paul. 14 to 18. So yeah, 19. That yellow flashing. Oh, gives me anxiety. But it's been helpful. There's been much less housing. Nobody else docking it up, huh? Anybody else doing that? Makes sense. What civ are you there, Paul? Ethiopians. I don't know if they get fishing ship bonus, but a good Japanese civ perhaps, or Malay with the... It used to be eternal. I like that. The eternal fish traps. Nobody else docking. Nobody else docking. Blue and gray snuggly buggly up here. Oh, I like that. Unfortunate. Or fortunate, we'll see. Assuming that I'm trying to look for any conflict. Cumins. I've been thinking I need to do Cumins. The double TC here is probably very good for defense. Also snuggly buggly over here, I like. And it's cuddly. Well, they're on the same team, so that's not that cuddly. Never mind, I take it back. I hate it. Just a lot of open land then. So yeah, defender, or Ronin about to be squished, I'm gonna guess here. Because Eddie and Parm are just snuggly buggly boomers. The Cumin to town center boom. I feel like it's safe, but wasted in some ways. I would have put it some way. Well, I guess you don't really think. Yeah, like here is where I would have gathered for the food. But I get that. I get being defensive. But that's the whole point. The town center is very strong right now. We alright? We got some military. How do I switch to military? Yeah. So now it shows me all enemy and any military on the field. So it looks like just a blob of yellow. Trained him well. And he's moving forward with villagers. He's already surpassed me. Alright, now we slow down. proper response here from the Britons. Oh, yeah, it's Bradley who's getting pushed. I totally missed all that. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm sure Brad's not sorry about it. Castle, good defense. Probably safe. Here would have been nice too, to kill his archery ranges, also to defend this gold. This is a map with a lot of gold. Goths and Cumans, interesting. But yeah, I get it. I mean, you don't want to mess. But with Bradley's support, I think you could have put it up there. But better to have a castle than no castle. Alright, we got Paul at almost 85 pop. Let's go back to Mr. Bird. He's at 60. But he is also attacking. So it's good to have one boomer. Brad and Mr. Wookie. Brad and Bird. Bird and Brad. I guess I'll just call him Silmarillion. Silmarillion and Bird. Both early rushing here. We could say Silmarillion is more defending. Let's see how well this does here. We gotta spread those out. Good micro. It's taking a lot of. Oh, because he hit one, then the other. Gotta split those. Oh, and the sneaky knights. What was that? I felt like you had ample opportunity to crush those. Get me all excited for no reason. And then I think there should be archers popping out here. We need at least a couple knights here. The Romans with, you got your armor? Do you got it? I think you're missing one. I would get the armor before I got longsword upgrade. Alright, so Chotel, very interesting. Normally you're going to see the archer open, but Chotel probably can cover a lot of ground. Ballsy castle. I mean, not that ballsy. Yeah. I guess in this situation, let's change the map here again. He doesn't know. Blue doesn't know he's trapped. He's not really trapped, but I feel like he's gonna be. But at least Parma's over here helping out. I think we have some conflict on the front here. We have the outpost rush. Yes. Bring forth the outposts. And I didn't look to see how many relics there are, but I'm sure Parm has all of them. Just scouting around with some Huskars. Still such a cool looking unit. One of my favorite. I feel like the new elite one sometimes is not as cool. Bit of a standstill. Can't really wall off there, Parm, can ya? You're the Goth boys. Everything's pretty neck and neck here. Got some raids. Cuman Lancer. Cavalry's faster. So Chotels are fast, but not as fast as Cuman horses. Probably knew Goths were on the table. Probably preparing for Huskar rush. So in that respect, Chotel's a good open. Cavalry is also nice. One of the best scouts, even though they only get light cav. So that if they can get that Fambria, but no one's up. No one's up to Imperial yet. Alright, almost at 80 pop. Let's just compare. Where should we be? Paul is our litmus test here. Almost 150. He's booming like crazy. But I guess Parm, I'm going to take a guess that Parm is right up there. Oh, no. Mr. Parm, what are you doing? Is it the fish? How much fish we got here? No, there's not like a copious amount of, like six or seven fishing ships. I can see Malay working well on this map. Just some full fish. Ooh, good battle. Yeah, I think we need to go back to this so I can kind of see. Yeah, you don't really need... Wow. Don't really need to go up. Don't really need to fight your enemy. Just rip the town center down. Especially if you get some arson. Arson doesn't even matter. You're already doing 18 damage. It's such a beast of a unit. So Eddie needs to recall the troops. And maybe that's why he's such a freaking high pop. Is it is all Chotel. You can really pump out the Chotels. They're just one of the fastest created units, like next to the Crambit. They pretty much are a Crambit. It's like two Crambits rolled into one, essentially. They're both fast. I'm not sure situationally where the Crambit does better than the Chotel. It literally is. It tends to have more. Collectively, is going to have more hit points. But I think both Crambit are. Well, that's just. I know the elite is 8 and 8. So yeah, I think the Chotel's got more individual attack, but 2 units attacking at once is better than 1 unit. Trying to look out for all the battles here. Mostly the Chotel's streaming across. And he's probably got enough castles. Seeing 2. And that's really all he needs, but he's got a 3rd coming up. Let's look at these guys produce. No, I say they stop producing them. But you can see that the line. Just constant production. Running around under a castle, though. Not so great. So now, I bet Eddie's pop is pretty low here. I think he's over 100. Which is not so bad. And they're Parm more concerned about relics than his ally right next to him dying. Look at this thing go down. They're elite now. I missed that somehow. Paul is up. 5 pierce armor, that's not bad. Why is Parm not up? I've had nothing to do but boom. Are we gonna see a fight over here? Okay, there's been some. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm missing it. And enamored by the Chotels. Justin's like, watch this game, and I'm not watching him at all. Britain's got to get up. Gotta sell whatever you need. Get the heck up. Get Bracer. Gonna need it. And probably get out of there. Go live with Parm. He's got lots of space. I feel like there needs to be a transition here at some point, but the Chotel is doing the work. Parm's realizing that Huskarl probably not the way to go. Well, looks like he's going to go a combination. I'm going to guess hand cannons. I'll go hand cannons to fight those boys. And what's wrong with a good old-fashioned goth champion? You know, champions they're better now. I think it's cheaper to upgrade, cheaper to get the upgrade. We need to do something fast because although Cavalier is a good option, dear God. These guys are strong. 22. That's ridiculous. They only have 50 HP, but I can watch this guy go down. Smash. You can't even like run through them. Like zombies. Not like Walking Dead zombies, but like Dawn of the Dead, like sprinting angry zombies. There's the hand cannons. All right. Sorry, guys. It looks like nothing's happening. And every time I look over here, nothing's happening. But I am trying to pay attention to it. These guys have sat here all game. I know they weren't manifested at the beginning of the game, but most of the game they've been sitting there. It's like Eddie is... Yeah, he's just got to... There's the... Select all military. It's something I hit all the time. Bring your boys home. You could have used... I know it's only like 3 and 5, but you know, another 8 dudes could have helped. Could have helped hold better. Yeah, see, like Town Center's like I've learned like when I'm getting pushed, just like just, no, go all the way to the corner. Let's go somewhere else. The Centurion. I only usually make a few of these. I mainly invest in infantry. I've got lots of gold, which I think there is a lot of gold on this map. Legionnaires. But yeah, if you're fighting a lot of archer boys, but he's not up. He's not up. He should be selling his soul to get up. Because you got 7 pierce armor. I know your boys get a lot. I think you can get at least 5 pierce armor in Castle Age. So they'd be only doing 2 damage here. Parm's pushing back. I think the Huskarl is the worst choice you could have made. Like literally no one is making archers. Maybe it works against scorpions, but not really. It helps a little bit, but not really. Unit with 14 attack. You only got 10 pierce armor. I like the hand cannons. But the Chotel are going to eat their Huskarls for breakfast. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. And everybody's up but Blue. Arguably, she's the first person up. Abuse that market. Sell the gold, sell the wood. I bet you got it. Let's take a look. Maybe not. Okay, he's clicked up. Too late, I think. Get some houses there. Oh, he's going over here. Which is important, I guess. It's a 2v1. Here's our battle. Gotta zoom in. Parm does not want to take it. And since Parm doesn't want to take it, Eddie's going to take it right in the face. So even though Huskarls had more, yep, they win it with castle support. Yeah, they don't do well against the castle. We need a better fight than that. The Scorpions. Yeah, now's the time to push. Everybody's waiting for Trebs, man. I'm all about Castle Age. Get some battering rams. Just get in there. Get in there. Get it done. Smart. That's exactly what I've done with Huskarls. Just send them right into the eco. That's one of the best things they're for. I think also the Chotel takes less damage from cavalry as a tech you can get. I forget exactly how that works. I think you take 3 less damage, and I think that counts for all cavalry, including cavalry archer types. So they'd be better in that respect against a lot of what green's been making. Perhaps why they're also not doing so well. There's Paladin. Pop capped. On your pop cap, might as well just waste some army. Now's the time to do it. He's up. He's about to get bracer. He's about to go more deadly. Now is the time to get in there. Really, really, really need bracer and chemistry. There's nowhere to run though, so. What are the Legionnaire boys? 6 pierce armor. So right now they're doing 1 damage. This is gonna be bad. Oh. You just need to stack them more neatly. You're busy though. Went for halberdier first. Do not agree with that. I would have gone teched fully into archer. Getting a castle up for yeoman or whatever that tech is, get you extra range on your arbs. Is it a raging attack? I think it's a raging attack. A raging attack. So yeah, let's see how these guys. I think they absorb a little bit more. So yeah, if there's only a few scorpions, and they're only doing 4 pass-through damage, I think. Don't you get +1 though? Isn't there a plus? I think if you get, is it chemistry, you get another attack? Or maybe I'm wrong there. Because that really does matter. You wouldn't think it wouldn't matter, but especially in this scenario of the Huskarls here, 5 is better than 4 because it just stacks. Yeah, see, like, I don't know. I just don't think they look as cool with the golden armor. Still cool, but the Castle Age version. Better. Yeah, so we got our Scorpion pump in here. Not as much damage. It's more like a chakram thrower at that point. In fact, a chakram thrower is doing more damage because it's got that bonus 2 against infantry. Halb's a very expensive upgrade too. With range, you can deal with Scorpion boys. Having that archer range, hit and running. This is gonna be bad. Paladins are outforced though. They've kept Paul contained. But yeah, looks like blue has not got a single vil out. I was saying Gray was ready for it too. To me, it looks like he's patrolling the. Oh no, he got out. He got out. Very good. Very important. I'm sure Parma's like, get out of there. I'll have to look into that. You have +1, so that's siege engineers, right? I think I could tell looking at your castles, right? I don't think you get bracer. But if you had +3, which, so you're missing chemistry. Oh wait, is that the wrong castle? No, I was looking at the right castle. I wonder if you got chemistry, if that gives you +1 on your scorpions. And that would make them more effective against the Huskarls, which I'm still wondering why. Where is the archer presence on the field that I really feel like champions the way to go here. So we already got Paladin from the Cumans. Very fast, good raider boys. You got tons of gold. It's food you're lacking. So making Hal don't make no sense. Investing in Elite Huskarl made no sense. Champion makes a lot of sense. I guess if we're trying to deal with the scorpions from the Romans, but either then, I don't know if I'd be throwing scorpions or throwing Huskarls right into the face of scorpions. Bombard cannons, even just a few, and you do get them as the Goths. Do very well, because I've been in this situation before with Paul and his frickin' shinies scorpions. He's got the +1. And Ethiopians get that torsion engines too. Arguably making them, in certain situations, one of the best scorpions. I mean, I always love Romans because they're cheaper. And they're good. They're just good. And you pass that minimum range onto your... It's going to hurt onto your allies. Nothing left blue. And he's still going strong. That's good. Legionnaires so strong. Keep a few centurions. It's important. I never make them before. But even if you're completely transitioning, the aura effect is nice from the centurion to have. Makes them super strong, especially if you can convert one. Like if you're the Japanese and you can convert one, I believe it helps your militia line. So imagine Japanese champions with a centurion. Keep it alive. If you can get the convert on that, I do believe that works. I believe you get the aura effect, which is something that seems very broken. Because then you're already have faster attacking champions, would be more faster attacking, and that changes when you get elite. But I don't think it's really worth it to get the elite centurion just for better aura effect. But usually I'll have a couple that aren't even fighting; they're just here on stand ground. Like I use my warrior priest just in the background healing. Same idea. Put him on stand ground. Desperate raiding. I mean, you got to do it. It's working. Eddie's very good at the raids. Especially the Lancer is very nice. One of the best raiding units. Especially the Cumans. Faster. This is a scenario where the Huskarls might work. But yeah, I don't see any. I don't think Cumans get bombard cannons, so that'd be your job there, Mr. Parm. And maybe some Warwolf Trebs from the Britons with the splash damage. It's essentially a bomber cannon at that point, but I think it does hefty damage. What are we marking here? Running out of food, or running out of gold, looks like, for green. Let's check. Yeah. Still gold on the map. Eddie out there still grabbing gold, like uncontested. But just streaming infantry. And you guys have the same, pretty much essentially the same unit composition, which is, it's working, so I'm not going to knock it, but you normally want some variety. Infantry and scorpions for both Paul and Wookie, but whatever. I mean, it's working. They don't have the answer. Finally, the champions. But I think the champions are going to get mowed. think champions are a good answer. Oh my gosh, they didn't do anything. They just got toasty roasty. There's not even that many scorpions. Maybe I'm wrong. I truly believe the Goths get the bombard cannons, and that's one of the best answers. Also good answer is the Hussar, yes. Any sort of melee unit, though, with the Romans and that reduced minimum range is tough. Whereas siege is a good option. Missing chemistry. I guess it's just a range. I have to look. I haven't played Britons in a long time. I think Yeoman maybe just adds even a tech anymore. I've not played Britons in a long time. Hate archers. And I'm not alone. During the medieval time, archers, especially British archers, if they were captured, their fingers would be severed off, even if they were freed. They would take their bowstring fingers and cut them off. So you would know. And usually they were the most tortured of all. Not liked. So nothing has changed. 2025 archers are still not liked. It looks like they've held here. I thought it was the slow push to end the end all wars here, but trade is starting. I think Chotel's they're pricey. Both you guys going full gold. Need a trashy unit. But where are you guys gonna trade though? Do we got trade? There's a market. Bagoths and Cumans both have good trash units. When I think of the Franks and the Ethiopians and the Romans, I don't necessarily think good trash units. And I don't know what the British skirmisher gets. I believe it's better than other skirmishers, but I don't know why. I think maybe just range. I think that Aztec tech is maybe what I'm thinking of, is that Adelatka gets some 1+ attack, 1+ range. Where I think the Briton just gets the range. You know what's bothering me? I keep mentioning it. Can we pause? I gotta look this up. What is Britons? What is your dang? Oh, Yemen. Foot archers, +1 range, and skirmisher line, and the towers. Okay. Plus another, wow. They get +2 range. In Imperial range? Plus another range on top of it? That is so OP. Alright, continue. How much range do they have right now? If he's at a castle to even get the tech. Where is the... There were some bow boys. Where'd they go? Bo. Dang, legionaries, man. And that charged attack, too. And they do... I think they do... The legionnaire itself does a +5 bonus attack per attack. And there's a charge attack versus infantry. So that's crazy. That's a crazy unit. Bow. I don't see any of the bows. Yeah, why would you make them? There's no gold left. Of course, the throwing axeman. 6 range now, right? That's the new normal. The Hussars raiding, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Paul is really just... What are you doing? I haven't seen much Paul. at all. Right? Right? Where's Paul? Like the fast in 10 minutes. Did they make a deal? Parm sent him some special pictures if he would just back out of the fight. I don't know. I don't know why that is. Let's go AFK here. He went and took a nap. He's that bored of this game. He's down to 130 pop. Just raids? What happened to him? How did I miss it? He just got spent. Just constantly producing showtells. His entire population was showtells. It wasn't actually villagers. Look at these guys. They're just whatever. Oh, dang it. I'm like, let's zoom in there. Bam. Are we witnessing the comeback here? A little forward here from green. Not much gold left in the middle, and there's just no trade options. I guess the Yeoman tech is important mainly for the skirmishers. Because the skirmishers don't get that stacking. Do they benefit from ballistics? You should get your armor, but yeah, I agree, range first. I guess melee units don't benefit from ballistics. What do the Gothy boys do? Besides lots of infantry. We need some sort of ranged unit. I think skirmisher would be the way. If he had masses up enough of these axemen and the scorpions. Well, Paul's doing stuff still. I think he's just slowly building back in. He's almost up to 190. I don't know why the lull in the action there. Pushed so deep and it just suddenly stopped. I guess it was just that forward from Eddie, maybe. I was just missing constant raids. The Cav Archer, interesting. I don't really think of Cumans for their Cav Archer. But that being said, I wonder how well the Kipchak does. Firing multiple arrows, which would be better against siege. Just lacking that range. Does nobody know about that gold? No. Nobody knows about the gold. Oh, I picked the wrong stuff. Do you guys? No. Maybe we should know. There's stone right there. Grab that stone. Need more castles. There's a little trade. Okay. I like it. I like it. It's better than nothing. Probably should attack, patrol in. This is not the first time I've seen. I know they can get distracted, but if you're distracted, I mean, your guys are just that strong anyways. They're just mopping the floor. But, wow. So strong. 6 melee armor, 6 pierce armor. So yeah, these guys are only doing, helms are only doing 4 damage. It's probably one of the best anti-halb units. I feel like they're nearly almost killing a halb in one hit then with all this bonus damage they're doing. Let's see if I can math myself through there. If I get that plus 9, 21 plus 5, 26. Still 3 hits. Oh my gosh, just line it up better for him, why don't you? Everybody's out of gold. Finally, we see the ARB switch. I guess that's what everyone expects from Paul, Mr. Archer. All right. Let me pause this quick. All right, back into it. There's the GG. $1,000 kills for the Romans. No trade for Parm. Interesting. How many relics you have there? Only 4. So my question is, do the Romans get chemistry? It doesn't make sense they would, being the Romans. So maybe that's why they're missing out on that little extra tech. Yes. Where? Where is the university? Yeah, they do get chemistry. You do get chemistry. So yeah, it affects. Oh, gotta get chemistry. That's on you. Right.